Hello, how's it going? I don't know exactly when this will get posted. It's currently Monday. It's like 10:30ish, and I've already been on a walk. I went back to the house for a second. Also, I'm looking really spicy, really cute right now. So I went back to the house for a pit stop, and there was a family member there, which isn't that terrible, but like I don't know. And maybe I'm framing it incorrectly. Maybe I shouldn't be so upset, but I don't know. And it just adds to the fuel of like why I should be getting out of here. I mean, I don't know when this will get posted. I'm recording this March 23rd, so technically, whenever you do see this, you'll be a time traveler, I guess. But the point where I'm frustrated is because like, and I haven't mentioned it in forever because I know she doesn't care and I know she's not going to change the way that she approaches it. So I just be quiet about it. But it's so blatantly disrespectful. Like if somebody comes to you and says, "Hey, I have a problem with this. This is something that irritates me. Could you please communicate it with me like before it happens so I cannot be irritated?" And then they like go out of their way to like not do that and then like try to make it seem like you're the problem. Like that's fucked up. Like that's messed up, you know? Cuz it's not like I'm saying, "Oh yeah, you have to give me permission to have anybody over." That's not what the fuck I'm saying. I'm saying, and I haven't even said it in forever, so I'm not even actively saying it, but the thing is like a warning, like just a preface, like saying, "Hey, somebody's coming over," or "This person's coming over." Like, because when I bring it to her, she's like, "I shouldn't have to do that. I don't need it." And you don't have to do that, but also it's like, really? She gave me allegedly verbally until the 1st of April. I feel like she's going to try to change her mind or something, but I already, like, the day that she told me, which was the 17th of March, I immediately started brainstorming, and I was like, I need to figure out how to get out of here because I've been here 2 years. And I've been working towards my goals. I've been doing what I've been doing, but I've also been having to deal with a lot of BS, a lot of disrespect, a lot of just straight up abuse, to be honest. Like, and like also the thing about it is I've been saving up towards a car, and I told her that. And like this is how I know that this woman is unhinged. This woman has no common sense, because most parents, like I've heard conversations between parents of like, like whether or not they would let their kids stay with them. And it's like, I'm actively working towards some form of stability, and you're like, "No, you can't stay here anymore." And I'm like, and you also trying to force me to try to like talk to the housing people and like trying to, it's just really is bullshit, man. And like, I'm not saying all this to try to like defame my mother or like, decharacterize or whatever, but this is my experience. This is what I've been going through. This is what I've been facing, and it does suck because a lot of people do trust her. A lot of people do, if I could say rely on, I don't know if that's the right word, but a lot of people do rely on her to some degree, and so it is like some fuck shit that I'm kind of experiencing with that. And obviously I'm doing my best to remain optimistic and to stay respectful and to stay in love, and maybe not necessarily love towards her. I shut that off a long time ago, but like it's just ridiculous. And I don't know, maybe I'll post this sooner rather than later as an attempt to like crowdfund. I don't know. I do have a job. She did help me get a job, but even that, like I've talked about it before. I don't want to talk about the BS around it, but like she did help me get a job, and thankfully I was able to keep that job. But now she's telling me that I have to go come April. So I really don't know exactly what I'm going to do. Once again, the day that she told me, I immediately went into brainstorm mode. I immediately went into like, what can I do? What should I do? What would be the best course of action? And I even did try talking to her, but she's not a reasonable person. Like, I don't know what be going on in that woman's head. I don't know what kind of demons be using her. I don't know. But like, that woman is not a reasonable person at all. Because my whole argument is that like, I'm actively working towards like getting out of the living space. And if you were to give me another month, then I could, do that. But like, you're telling me I have to leave, and then I have to like figure out stability. And it's like, once again, I don't know what kind of demons be working with that woman, because like that doesn't make any logical sense. Like if you're my mother and you care about me and you want the best for me, and you see that I'm working my ass off every fucking day, and this isn't even like, because I already know, like this isn't even like, I already know she doesn't want the best for me. Like people love to say, "Oh, she wants the best for you." I know she doesn't, because like you see that I'm working, you see that I'm live streaming, you see that I'm talking to people, and you walk through, you interrupt, you like, you know what I mean? You like just be so fucking passive aggressive, and I'm supposed to believe that you care about me? Like, you see I'm in a paid session, somebody's paying me for their time, or paying me for my time or whatever, and you're like, and once again, I just want to be very clear, like, if in case any of my family members ever see this or anything like that, I am not sharing this so that I can villainize her. I'm not sharing this so that people should be exposed or whatever the fuck petty bitches like you people like to talk about, like exposing people. I don't give a fuck about that. This is my experience. This is what I've gone through. Like, people need to understand, like, if you don't want people to know who you are, if you don't want people to know your true colors, how about you consider actually developing colors that are pretty to look at? You know, like, if you don't want people to think you're a bad person, how about you don't be a fucking bad person? Did that ever cross your mind for more than 2 seconds? You know, like, because leave it up to them, I would have given up. I would have stopped using my voice. I would have, you know, but like, no, bro, that's not, no. And that's exactly what you deserve. You know, like, once again, I hope to God that those people aren't watching and stalking me. Like, I've heard a lot of stories about people separating from their family and then their family, like, watching their social media and shit. And part of me is already suspicious that they watch my social media. And I don't really, I would be lying if I said I didn't care, but like, it's really sad. But like, it'd be the laziest people. And it's like, you putting all this energy into like being hateful, into being like destructive, when you could just fucking build up yourself, bro. And I know it's not as easy as it sounds. It's not as easy as 1, 2, 3, but it is a lot better and a lot more efficient than you trying to tear somebody else down. Like, what the fuck, you dumbass bitch? Like, you dumb. If anybody listening to this video, if anybody watching this video ever has it in their head that they should go out of their way to hurt somebody else for any reason, you are dumb. Like, I'm sorry. And we can talk about revenge shit. We can talk about karma. We can talk about justice. We can talk about all this shit. I get it. But like, when it comes to like the idea of like you being able to walk away from somebody, because, okay, with my situation, it's not as easy as just walking away. Like, me walking away would me being homeless temporarily. You know what I mean? But for a lot of people, you can just fucking walk away. Like, you have options. You can go. You don't have to be in that relationship. You don't have to be at that job. You know you don't. But then you like, because I don't know, I'm real heated now. Because I feel like somebody watching is one of those people who like to do baneful magic. And no judgment, no shade, no tea, no shade. Everybody has their own path. Who am I to tell you that your path is incorrect? But at the same time, I do believe that a lot of the reason why the world is the way that it is because people have a hard time letting go. I've been really into Buddhism recently, and a big tenet of Buddhism is letting go, letting things go. You know, releasing attachment. And it's not easy. Once again, these things that I'm talking about are not as easy as 1, 2, 3, and actually applying it practically can be a little bit difficult, you know, but letting go is a really big thing, really important. And some of you B-words, I'm sorry for calling you bitches earlier. I don't like that word. I get heated and sometimes things come out. But some of you people, some of you wonderful people, you wonderfully misguided people, have such a difficult time letting go, and it shows in your life, in like the things that you produce, you know? And sure, if you're creating art around it, that's awesome, that's beautiful, that's a way to release, technically. But like, some of you hold on so tightly to things that you don't need to be holding on to. Like, and obviously, if you don't have the awareness that that it even is a thing to make a choice about, then I guess I understand. But like, you know, like, people holding on to the idea that they don't have enough, that they're not capable, that they're not smart enough, that they're not lovable, you know? And it's just like, no, let it go. That's not the truth. It's not the truth. The truth is you are so lovable. You are so worthy of love. Obviously, though, we do have to, well, because I like to say that a lot, and I stopped saying it because there's nuance with that phrase. Like, it's not a blanket statement to say that you are worthy of love, that everybody is worthy of love. I don't believe that. Like, I believe everybody is deserving of a chance to be in love's embrace. I think that is a fact. But not everybody, as it stands, is worthy of being in love's presence. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that love won't be present for you. But I think based on your actions and the way that you're projecting your energy, you may or may not be worthy of love in the present moment. Like, obvious things are obvious. Like, if you're a murderer, if you're somebody who goes out of their way to torture people, you probably don't deserve to be loved unconditionally. I'm sorry, you need healing, you need therapy, you need something. Now, I'm not saying that love isn't available for everybody, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, based on your actions, you know, is it really true that you're worthy of love if you're, like, going out of your way to hurt people, to manipulate people, to lie to people, to cheat on people? You know what I mean? I don't know, man. This video is kind of all over the place. Originally, I think I was supposed to just be crowdfunding, but I did want to, like, I've been making it a point, because I do believe in service. Like, even if you're asking for something, I think it's important to give something. So, like, I've been making it a point. If you look at my YouTube posts for the next few weeks, I've been doing a lot of different types of posts. There's wise wisdom messages posts, and there's also self-promotion posts, and there won't be any videos other than the ones that I record now that are going to be uploaded between now and the 1st of March or April. And if you're watching after the fact, you're probably like, I don't know, I don't care about the context, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think I'm gonna most likely post this before April. I think that's what I'm going to do, and hope that somebody sees this and decides to donate or pay for a reading or join the Patreon or something, or stream my music, something, you know, that'd be really awesome. And also, if I could really quick be cheesy and thank the people who do help support me currently, the people who do go out of their way to help me, and, you know, there's so many people that I could thank individually. Kimberly, I'm thinking of. Eric probably won't see this, but, you know, like, just thank you so freaking much. And there's people from the past that I'm not in contact with anymore. You know, my soul sends them so much love, you know what I mean? Like, if you ever been the type of person to give me money or to, like, help me out, I do appreciate it. Like, it's not something I take lightly. Like, when people, like, help me out in that way, when people do what they can for me from a genuine space, I think my guides, my spirits and whatnot, like, we try to return the favor, you know. If you needed an incentive to donate, I guess, once again, down below in the description, there'll be other stuff if you don't want to donate. Once again, if you want to purchase something, if you want an energy exchange, if you want to feel like you're getting something of value, I can understand that. There's so many different things you can purchase from me, from my link tree. So, or also just streaming my music. I think I make really good music for the soul, so if you want to check out my music, that's something. And once again, if my family ever watches this, no hate. Like, I only ever wanted the best for everybody. Like, I only ever want the best for everybody. And it's very unfortunate, I think, that we live in a world where not everybody thinks that way, not everybody wants the best for everyone, you know. It's kind of rare, unfortunately, to see that, to witness that, I think. And to anybody else watching, once again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the kindness. Thank you for your time and energy. I appreciate it so much. And I hope you remember that miracles happen all the time. I hope you know that God loves you so much, and God really does want the best for you. Maybe we don't have the same definition of God. That's okay. I'm not talking about the Christian God. But God, source, beloved, infinite, whatever you want to call it, wants the best for you. And sometimes that best, sometimes that love is tough love. But, you know, if you trust in the process, most things will turn out in your favor. And keep your head up, keep your spirits high. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.